Hello there, it is 4 o'clock. I'm Smriti Vidyarthi Mohindra with an NTV news update. A man suspected to be involved in illegal criminal activities, including terrorism, has been shot dead by police at his home in Kisauni in the county of Mombasa. The man, Kasim Omondi, who is said to be a military trainer, was heavily armed at his residence with weapons including ammunition and arms and even grenades. Also confiscated at his residence was fake money as well as equipment for minting fake currencies. The Mombasa police boss says there is a crackdown on insecurity at the coast, and he cautioned criminals.
Know that the government apparatus on the ground are working, and therefore there is no cause for fear or anything of the sort. We are at hand, and we are gathering information as far as Somaliland. So we are able to get even criminals on our radar before they cross into the country. We have got apparatus, and we are well equipped.
Now, Kenya Wildlife Service helicopter made an emergency landing in a farm near Karatina town in Nyeri County due to bad weather. The morning incident shocked Kangocho village residents who were busy in their farms. The chopper had 3 passengers and was en route from Nairobi to Ol Pejeta Conservancy in Laikipia.
The KWS chopper was on its way to Laikipia for an elephant translocation exercise when the pilot was forced to make an emergency landing.
Because of this weather, we could not afford to pass through, and we decided to land. The advantage of the helicopter is you can land anywhere.
Residents of Kagosho village were forced to flee when the chopper landed in one of the farms.
Tulishtuka sana lakini ilitoa tu vizuri.
The pilot, retired Major Alex Koech, said they managed to land safely and all 3 passengers were fine. Koech said that the weather started to deteriorate in Karatina, forcing them to land immediately. KWS is translocating elephants from the Ol Pejeta Conservancy to Meru National Park. Madera OCPD Rashid Halbale, who arrived at the scene a few minutes later, confirmed that there were no casualties.
The weather conditions is not so conducive, and therefore we urge members of the public, particularly the road users, to be extra careful.
The owner of the farm where the chopper landed said villagers who had rushed to the scene to see the chopper had destroyed her crops.
Nataka nipatiwe kitu sababu hizo vitu zangu zimeharibiwa sana.
Ndutana wants compensation from KWS.
Now, the Kenya National Union of Teachers says that there is no strike date yet as they deliberate on a number of issues. While giving their position on a strike notice that had earlier been given by COPET, the Union of Teachers, who are calling for increments and inclusion of allowances, say they have reservations on the laptop project, which has the makings of a mega scandal.
We are saying this. We are asking our teachers to remain on duty until they receive proper communication from the Secretary General. And we don't want anybody to take some supplementary things if they don't factor what we are talking about the houses where the teachers are living. Housing allowance. When we talk of houses, we are talking about the 50% allowances for the basic salary, 50% of basic salary of the teacher, so that these teachers can feel that even the government is thinking about it. Otherwise, the idea is our teachers are listening, and we are going to write to them, and they must know that we have told them that they wait for our communications.
Meanwhile, the chair of the Parliamentary Education Committee is asking teachers not to go on strike tomorrow as planned, noting that education is a priority for the government and that their promises will be honoured. The committee chairperson Sabina Wanjiru, who is the women's representative for Murang'a County, said this was evident in the 130 billion shilling allocation for the 2013-2014 budget.
Speaking during her Thanksgiving prayers in Karunge ACK Church, Madhyoya constituency, Wanjiru said that her committee will hold talks with the Education Cabinet Secretary, Professor Jacob Kaimenyi, to familiarize on the demands made by the Teachers Union and the Teachers Service Commission.
The government is working very hard to make sure that our teachers are comfortable.
This does not come as consolation for the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Teachers, KUPPET, who have called on the teachers to down their tools on Tuesday following the absence of the teachers' increment in the budget.
What we are asking for basically is harmonization of the allowances so that teachers can also feel that they are Kenyans like the other civil servants.
The teachers are demanding a budget allocation of 25 billion shillings to cover additional allowances, among other demands totaling 49.7 billion shillings. The teachers also want the contentious legal notice on the 3 allowances covered by a 1997 agreement but denied by Gazette Notice number 16 of 2003 to be revoked.
The legal issue of the legal 534 of 1997 is also an issue that has already come to before committee. We've already sat with the TSC boss, we have sat with the cabinet secretary and all the PSs. And I know in the course of the week we are going to know, well, we already as a committee directed the ministry and also the TSC to know we're supposed to legalize or to revoke the legal notice that was the one that was bringing controversy on the legal notice 534.
Even as the Parliamentary Education Committee is pleading with the teachers, their resolve to hold a strike starting tomorrow seems to be growing stronger.
Let me tell you, I said it before, if this government can allow doctors to go on strike when patients are dying, what will happen to teachers? If we go out, there is no child who is going to die. So lazima ufunge viatu mzuri, ujipange vizuri, because it's going to be a long drawn war.
Mark Masai, NTV.
And just to bring you up to date with the very latest from that situation, the Deputy President, William Ruto, is currently meeting with education officials, and he has asked the TSC to meet with teachers in order to avert a looming crisis. Of course, more on that in our subsequent bulletins. But elsewhere, more than 600 students from the Athi River Technology Development Center barricaded Namanga Road for 4 hours, protesting against a feeder road near the college. The students say the road is in a deplorable state and needs to be fixed. The rowdy students carried placards and blocked the busy Namanga roads with stones and bonfires, and also barricaded the Kitengela Rongai bypass. It took the regular administration and Athi River Prison Police more than an hour to contain the irate students and clear the road. Now, the chaos brought transport to a standstill from 6 a.m. until 9 a.m., causing a heavy traffic snarl up from Kitengela town to Athi River. According to the students, the road is far too dusty and makes travelling to the institution difficult. Well, they say the road has been neglected for a long time, despite numerous complaints from the college administration to the relevant authorities. The students were demanding to be addressed by the Machakos governor, who did not show up, and they maintained that they will not resume classes until their grievances are addressed. Numerous Changa dens have been destroyed in Maralal town, and thousands of litres of the illegal brew have been poured down the drain. All this after the Samburu County Commissioner led a crackdown operation in an effort to implement a presidential directive on drugs and substance abuse. The Commissioner led a team of regular and administration police, as well as area residents, to find and destroy the dens believed to be hubs for consuming the illegal brew. The Commissioner has vowed not to rest until the community is safe from the dangers of drugs and illegal substances. Now, the 51st Annual National Science and Engineering Fair, previously known as the Science Congress, was held yesterday at Kisii High School, even as stakeholders questioned the significance of the occasion in nation building. Some of those present lamented that the occasion continues to consume financial resources, yet there is no further recognition and implementation of the innovations by the authorities.
For the past half a decade, Science Congress has consistently produced wonderful student innovations. And this year at Kisii High School, where the national event was now called the Science and Engineering Fair was held, things were not any different. An automated gate pass for vehicles and a robot scooter were among some of the captivating exhibitions. Participants observed that the innovations can be integrated and modified to transform the country economically and industrially if fully harnessed.
It is for us to encourage all these young innovators to do well in the innovations. One thing to create the innovation, but another thing to try it, test it, support it with data.
After this national event, not much is heard, not much is seen. We have had 50 of them in the past. Wonderful ideas, wonderful ideas. But what happens after that? The students who participate in this event get so frustrated.
SOP Samaj Mixed and Mapanga topped as the best girls' schools, while Maseno Boys won in the category of best boys' schools, even as the northern region topped in creativity and innovations. Peter Mwangangi, NTV.
Millions of shillings meant for infrastructure development in Wajir County may be going to waste, as many such projects are yet to be completed years after being initiated. Some residents have raised concerns about possible misappropriation of funds meant for development.
In the heart of Wajir Township, incomplete buildings dot the landscape. Some of these installations have been in place for even 20 years but have not been in use.
So, ya shule imejengwa na Northern Water Service Board, na hii project masa imejengwa sasa inakaa karibu mwaka mbili. Nilionana na headmaster, nimeonana na mtu ya water, nimeonana na watu ya public health hapa karibu na shule. Shule haina sense, unaona hizi mamiti hapa ndio inatumika kama choo, open air toilet, na ni kitu mbaya sana. Watu wanakaa hapa nje na hawatumii hii choo, upande ule mwingine watoto hawatumii choo.
For a long time, residents here have remained indifferent, not really questioning why these projects have never been completed, perhaps due to years of marginalization. Some residents are, however, raising concerns that some of these abandoned buildings pose a security threat, as they at times serve as hideouts for criminal gangs.
Tulikuwa tunataka watu watumie choo kila mali ikijengwa, project watu wakichukua ikijengwa, tunaomba watu watumie isiwachwe ovyo ovyo.
Some others have provided land for dumping of waste from households from within the township. The county government says it will now focus its attention on why huge chunks of money allocated for community projects remains tied up in dormant projects.
All right, that's all on NTV at 4. Thanks for your company. I'm Smriti Vidyarthi Mohindra. More news at 7 and 9. Bye-bye for now.